Yes. So welcome to the next experiment, hardware experiment. Okay. So that is the DC motor. Okay. So these are the 8 experiments. You should do it on the board. Okay. So today I'll be explaining about the interface and control of a DC motor. Okay. So stepper motor we have seen. Then we have seen 7-segment display. Okay. So those two we have seen it. So and then today let us discuss about the DC motor. Okay. So this is lab 10 according to the syllabus, interface and control a DC motor. Okay. So here we have the DC motor interface unit. Okay. So DC motor interfacing unit. So only 2 pins are required. So whereas your stepper motor, it requires 4 pins, whereas it requires these 2 pins. So what is DC motor? Okay, so we all have seen from the childhood like motor running, which converts the electrical energy into the mechanical energy. Okay, somewhat it looks like this DC motor. So where here you will be having a rotor, then the permanent magnets, then which will be north south, and when you pass the current through it, okay, using that Fleming's law and Lorentz rule, so this will start rotating. Okay, so here also in the DC like motor, so you can run in the clockwise and you can run in the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so this is the basic principle of a like DC motor, where it contains the rotor and then magnets north pole and south pole, and when you pass the current to the windings, so this motor it runs it. So like stepper motor, it does not require 4 pins, but it requires only the 2 pins. Okay, so this in our board, so this our ARM that is ALS board, that is LPC 2148 board. So this DC motor interface, it is connected to the lines P0.8 and P0.11. Okay, so I said there are 2 port pins, that is port 0 and port 1. Okay, so all the 64 pins are connected through these ports, and these like DC motor is connected to P8 and P11. Okay, so here, so when I program P11 with 1 and then P0.8, that is 8th pin to 0, it runs in clockwise direction. Okay, so that means here, so it runs in clockwise direction. Okay, so when I reverse it, so it turns in anti-clockwise direction. So we all know, so whenever it is supplied like with 1, so this is supplied with 0. Okay, so similarly when this is supplied with 1, this is supplied with 0. So that's what this is explained here. So when P0.11 is 1, that is high, and when P0.8 is 0, it runs in clock direction. That means your DC motor runs in clockwise direction, and when it is 0, 0, the motor is off. Okay, so when both are zeros, the motor is off. When it is 0, 1, that is 11th pin is 0 and 8th pin is 1, so it runs in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so don't worry about these lines. So these lines are fixed. So it is not necessary like you should program these only. Why we are programming these lines is because in our board, so this DC motor 2 pins, that is the north and the south pins, they are connected to the P0.8 and 11th. Hence we have to program accordingly. Actually, this is using relay and all, it is connected. Don't worry about the circuits and all. So just you should remember to which line it is connected. So in our board, it is connected to P0.8 and P0.11. Okay. So this is a DC motor using the relay. It is connected in the board. Okay. So now let us move to the program. So this is the DC motor interfacing program. So as usual, so always we write the embedded hardware programs in the C program. So you should include LPC214x.h. Okay, so which is a header file, so which is necessary for the microcontroller. Okay, so next unsigned variables. Next we have to program. We have to select the GPIO pins. Okay, so you are programming pin cell 0. Okay, so I said so first you should select the GPIO pins. Okay, so if it is connected from port 0, that is 0 to 15, it is pin cell 0. Then 16 to 31, then it is pin cell 1. Then in port 1, 0 to 15 are not used. Then 16 to 31, it is pin cell 2. Okay, so either we have to program pin cell 0, pin cell 1, or pin cell 2. So why I am using pin cell 0 is because our lines 8 and 11 come under pin cell 0. Okay, so by default, if you are not giving this value also, by default GPIO will be enabled. So I said all the 64 pins of our microcontroller, so they are used in combination with different purposes. So that's why, so when you give supply the value 0, so it will be used as GPIO. That is general purpose input and output. So next, so this is in a direction. Okay, so why it is 0? Because I'm programming the port 0. Okay, so port 0 and port 1, there are two lines. So now I'm programming for port 0. So that's why port 0. And why I have to give in DIR? So to select as an output. Okay, so we all know that DC motor, it is an output unit, and hence to programming it, so I should enable the lines. Okay, so you can see here, this all these registers are 32-bit registers. Okay, so I have given the value 9. Okay, so why the value 9? Okay, so if you come from the LSB, so these two are 0, 0. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that means, so 8th pin I should enable 1. Okay, so because DC motor is connected to P0.8 and 11th pin. Okay, after 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so if you convert into X, so this will come as a data 9. Okay, so that's why rest all are 0. Only 2 lines I have enabled as the output port. Any doubts here? P0.8 and 11. So next, so coming to the while one. So infinitely, so I am repeating this loop. Okay, so why I am repeating this loop? So I have to, like, it will be running clockwise, anti-clockwise, clockwise and anti-clockwise, in between with some delay. Okay, so now what I am doing? So initially I'll off the motor. Okay, so stop the motor and also the relay also. So in order to stop the motor, so what I should do? So here I have set this pins. Now I do IO 0 clear. Okay, so when I when I pass the values for the clear 1 1, so these two lines will become 0 0. Okay, so why they will become 0 0? So you can see this 0 0, if I supply the value, then motor will become off. Okay, so if I want to make it this 0 0, then I have to enable these pins in the clear register. Okay, so enable this in the clear register. Okay, so that's why I'm using IO 0 clear, the values this, so this will stop the motor. Okay, so then, so after stopping, I'll give some delay. Okay, so here I have used the code directly. So, or otherwise you can use it clockwise one function and then give some delay, then anti-clockwise function. How we have done the stepper motor. So like that also we can write the program. So here I have given directly. Then small delay to allow the motor to turn off. Okay, so then, so what I am doing, IO 0 set. Okay, so 8 I am giving. So 8 means what will happen? So 8 means, that is, this is 11. Okay, so only this line is selected. Okay, so that means 8 means it is 1 0 0 0. That is P0.11. That is 11th pin is selected in port 0. Okay, so if it is 1 and the other is 0, if this is 1, then 0. Okay, so what will happen? So if this is 1 and this is 0, that is P11th pin is 1 and P8 is 0. So your motor turns in clockwise direction. So that's why I'm programming the value 8 here. Okay, so why? Because I want to select only P11 line, and then so I am setting this, and then so your motor turns in the clockwise direction. Then afterwards I have given some delay. Okay, so similarly I should do for the anti-clockwise. So for the anti-clockwise, what I should do? So I should again that clear both the pins. Okay, so that's why 9. So when both the pins you want to select, you should program with 9. That is all zeros, then 900. So when you want to select one, which particular pin you want, that value you should give. Then some delay. So now what I want to do? So I want to select the P0.8 line. Okay, so you can see here, this is 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so if you want to select the 11th line, so you should give 8. And if you want to select this 8th line, you should program with the value 1. Okay, so if you give the value 1, so P0.8 is selected and this will disable the 11th line. Okay, so your motor turns in the anti-clockwise direction. Then you give some delay, then end of while, then it is an infinite end of main. Okay, so this is a very simple programming of DC motor. Okay, so now I'll show in the KL how to run this program. Then we'll see the demonstration on the board. Yeah, this is the DC motor program. Okay, so DC motor program is there. So let us close all the project, and then I'll take only the DC motor. So here source group is there. Okay, let me start with the new one. Okay, so go to the project, new microvision project, DC motor. Okay, select the device. So select this device. Okay, then it is asking startup.s. Actually, for all the startup we need it, but I am giving no because I am specifically attaching the library file. Okay, so if library file I'm not attaching, then startup is required. So now it is not required. Okay, so then file, open, C file. So this is the C file, DC motor .c. Okay, so then I should attach for this source group, add the existing. So here I should select the C file. So DC motor file I'll select, add, then close. Okay, so now DC motor.c is attached, and in a similarly I should attach the library file also, startup.lib. Okay, so add, then close. These two files are necessary. Okay, so now you can build. So there are 0 warnings and 0 errors. Now you can see X file is created. Okay, so you can see DC motor.x file is created. Okay.
Welcome students, welcome for the demonstration of the next lab experiment, that is DC motor. So here as we have already explained you about the DC motor is connected to the pin number P08 and P011 and it is interfaced in the arm board. So now this is the DC motor, this is how it looks like, and this should be connected to your arm board, and we have to run the code to run the DC motor on your arm board. So now let us see how we are going to dump the code into the arm board so that you will make your DC motor will run in the clockwise and the anti-clockwise direction. So this is where you are supposed to connect your DC motor. So coming to the explanation part of how to dump the code into the arm board. So here we have to select the FlashMagic. In the FlashMagic, so select the device LPC21 4, 8. And the COM port in our PC it is connected to the COM port 3. So please do check in your PC for whichever the COM port it is connected. So change the COM port, and then the baud rate is 9200 and the oscillator is 12 megahertz. Okay, so here we have to check this erase block used by hex files, so that it will erase the previous files which are existing. And then in the step 3 we have to select the hex file. So here we have to browse for the hex file which has been created when we run the program using the Keil software. So here is our hex file. So we have to browse this hex file, select this hex file, and then click open. So after that, in the 4th step, we have to check this verify after programming. So after checking this, we have to go for the 5th step. In the 5th step, just click on the start button. So once we start the button, so it will start writing onto the flash magic. So after writing it onto the flash, so we can observe that the DC motor is rotating in the clockwise direction and in the anti-clockwise direction. So to make you understand better and to notice the rotations, shifting the rotation from clockwise to anti-clockwise, we are going to place a paper over here. So this paper will help you to make the differentiation of the clockwise direction and the anti-clockwise direction. So let us see that.
Just you can observe the rotation.
So just to make you observe the rotations, that is shifting from clockwise to anti-clockwise. So we are trying to place this.